Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Empower Your Mind for Success podcast, a podcast for anyone who wants to build an entrepreneurial mindset. Every entrepreneur talks about being intentional, at least all the successful ones. But what does it mean and how do you be intentional? So many books that I have read now, I believe the number is more than 70, and I'm talking about personal development books, self-development books, reading about entrepreneurs and how they have become successful. What are the things that they have done? I've heard more than 1,200, 1,300 podcasts around this topic over the last 4.5, 5 years. And I think every successful person, one of their elements of their teachings is to be intentional. But the question is, what does it mean to be intentional, and how do you be intentional? And what does it mean from a day-to-day, week-to-week, month-to-month perspective? And I've thought a lot about this, and what does it mean to me? How does it apply to my entrepreneurial success, and what can I share with my listeners and my students about being intentional? Now, being intentional meaning, I mean, if you look at the dictionary word of intentionally, it obviously starts from the word intention. Intention meaning, doing something purposefully and not by accident. To be intentional, I think the first thing that is needed is that you need to have a goal. You need to have a purpose in life, a dream. And even if you don't have a purpose in life as yet, you definitely need to have a goal. Now, I've spoken about the 5 secrets of goal settings already in my previous podcast. You can search in the library and find those. But a goal is something that is quantitative, measurable, and has a timeline associated with it. So let's say you have a goal of achieving financial freedom by 2024, or you want to lose 15 pounds by end of December 2020, right? Something like that. If you can do that, or if you have a goal, then we can talk about being intentional. Now, being intentional means that you have to do things towards your goals and stop living a life of mediocrity. You know, in the corporate world, a lot of people, I've seen a lot of people who are very satisfied with where they are, and believe, and there is nothing wrong in it. Okay, so don't get me wrong. There is nothing wrong in being satisfied and happy in terms of where you are in your career or in your life. There are people who don't want to get promoted. They don't want to climb the corporate ladder. It's too much burden, and that's okay. They have decided that that's the life they want to live, and they're happy with it. At the end of the day, we are all seeking happiness. So if they are happy with that, with the place that they are in, then they're already ahead of me and a lot of my listeners, right? But if you aspire to be something, or if you want to climb the corporate ladder, for example, and you want to get promoted, then that is one of the goals that you have. And then you got to be intentional towards doing everything towards achieving that promotion. You need to perform more than what your current title is. You need to help others. You need to do high visibility projects. You need to start networking with executives in your company so that many people know you. And when the time comes for promotions where they're discussing multiple candidates, most of the executives have heard about you, and they will not only endorse you but support your promotion, right? So that is one way of thinking about being intentional. You need to have a goal. Without a goal, you cannot be intentional. And most of us live a life of mediocrity, right? The 5-day, 2-day, 5-day, 2-day routine. And we are just running in circles, and we are running in circles fast, or we are in a hamster wheel, and we are running as fast as we could, but we are in the same spot. Figuratively, right? Yes. And some people achieve promotions. Some people make a lot of money. Some people start their businesses and make a lot of money. But then the question for them is, okay, they're making a lot of money, but what is next? Am I helping others become successful? Am I adding value to people? Is my existence worth making a difference in other people's lives, right? So depending upon what level you are at, your goals, your aspirations, your dreams will be different. And to fulfill that dream, you need to be intentional. Okay, so now let's break this down in terms of what does that mean from a week to week, month to month, quarter to quarter perspective. So let's say you have a goal of you are financially free by end of 2024. So that means we have about 3.5 years to go. And now you need to have a high level plan, not a detailed steps to step plan, but a high level plan. Okay, you have 6 months left, 5 months left in the year 2020. And if you want to be financially free, what does that mean? Do you want to make $1 million a year every year starting end of December, end of 2024? Let's say that is your goal. So you take $1 million and break it down in the 3.5 years that you have left. So you basically need to make about 200K, 250K, somewhere around that number over the next few years to cumulatively, additively, so that you can get to a $1 million number. And what are the things that you will have to do around getting to that financial freedom, right? If it's around health, the same thing goes with health. And if you are doing that, then you now need to break it up. So if you have a high level goal, now you break that goal into further steps. And let's say it is you need to make, you have only 5 months left in this year. So let's say you need to make, if it is 200K, 240K a year, so you need to make, about 50, 60K in the remainder of the year. And what does that mean? So you need to make 10K a month. Does that mean 20K a month? Does it mean 5K a month? And you'll have to ramp this up. And based on the number or the product or the service that you're providing, you will need to find clients about it, right? So now you have broken down your goal into biteable chunks. And when that is measurable, then you can start becoming intentional about it. Now, if you need to find clients for the product or service that you're offering, and most of your clients are on Facebook, are on Instagram, that you need to start going on those platforms and start talking about your service, start talking about the value you can provide, start answering questions that people have out there so that you can attract the right people to follow you and start building your tribe. So that is one way of being intentional, right? Let's say you want to be a great parent to your child. What does it now mean to have an intentional living, being a good parent? Now, depending upon the age of your child, if your kid is going to go to college in 4 years, then what does it mean being intentional to help your kid get into college 4 years from now? It could be, buying the semesters or the courses now. It could be investing money in their education fund, and it could be to start guiding them and start helping them figure certain things out as to where they want to go. It would also mean that you need to spend 30 minutes a day with your child, undistracted, without devices, without television, maybe going out for a walk, maybe having a weekend camping trip, whatever that is, right? You need to decide what you want to achieve and then break it down to become intentional. And that is what becoming intentional means. It means that whatever you're doing in life has a purpose, well, purpose is a pretty big thing, but if whatever activity or task you're doing is going to help you to be intentional with whatever you're doing. Now, I'm not saying that you have to do this 24/7, 365. It is very taxing to your mind to begin with, and we all need to relax and find our personal space and sanity. But once you know your high level goal, then those are the steps that you need to take with intentionality to get to your goal. And it could be helping others, it could be helping yourself, it could be helping your family, helping your community. But you need to start taking those steps. Now, again, you don't need to plan the entire 3.5 years in the example I gave, right? But you need to know where you're going. Unless you know your destination, how can you start driving towards your destination? right? How can you start walking towards your destination? So you need to know your destination, and then you need to start taking the first step, the next step, the third step, and eventually you will figure things out along the way. So have some plan, not a detailed day by day, hour by hour plan, but have a high level plan, and then you start marching towards those plan, and you will have to course correct and find your way to get to your goal. And that is what it means to live intentionally. Okay, that is what it means to have to be intentional with whatever you're doing. It has to serve a purpose. We all are on this planet Earth as a physical manifestation of someone's thought. That someone is a supernatural power, whether it is God, universe, whatever you believe in, right? We are a physical manifestation of a thought, someone's thought, and we are supposed to fulfill that physical manifestation. We are reborn in this world with a purpose. We need to find that purpose. You have to be intentional to find your purpose as well, right? That is another matter, and you can go back to the 5 secrets of goal setting to find out more about that. But if you want to fulfill the physical manifestation of our lives in this lifetime, then we better start being intentional about it. And I hope we find all these things much sooner in our life, right? Whenever you decide you want to be intentional, that is the day that you can start living your life moving forward. But sooner the better, so that you can have a bigger impact on not only on your own future, but on the future of a lot of people in the circle of your influence, and helping others achieve their goals and financial freedom and their dreams. So I hope this helps. I hope this resonates. I hope this gives you more clarity around what it means to be intentional. If you found value in this, please pay it forward. Share this podcast with someone you believe will benefit from it. Remember, you have unlimited potential. Own it. Until next time, take care.